guys know that fish tanks help reduce stress? I'm DS Tanks, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about how I got into the hobby of fish keeping. It was probably about 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago when I was scrolling YouTube, and in my feed there was a video that popped up by, I think it was MD Fish, where it said no change or no filter aquarium, no water change aquarium, something like that. And I'm not here to discuss no water changes or no maintenance or anything like that. I just thought it was really interesting. I thought it was so interesting that I had to click on it because I'm kind of I'm very interested in video games, right? And you may wonder how that connects to fish keeping. But certain games I like are simulation games, management games, SimCity type games. I like building and seeing things play out, and I thought it would be really interesting to possibly build a little ecosystem. So I watched this video from, I believe it was MD Fish, and I thought it was really good. He showed how to plant a tank, how to put life in there, how to watch it grow, and slowly I just kept clicking on more videos, like I'm sure a lot of you have. And after watching so many videos, I just had to have a tank. Had to. Now, at the time, I was actually out of work, and I had no money to get fish tanks. It wasn't really, the top priority. But shortly after that, I did find a job. I did find work, and one of my first things I did after settling into the new job was went out and bought a little, I think it was a $50, no, it must have been $100 kit from Walmart, a 10-gallon kit. In fact, it's the tank you're seeing on screen right now. My first fish was a beta fish, crown tail, not the one shown in this video, or it's going to be shown in this video, but a different one. He's passed on. I kept him for about 11 months before he passed away, and then I went about over a year with the tank sort of just sitting there, water evaporating, not doing anything with it, until I decided to go ahead, and the urge kind of hit me again. And I got another beta fish, this time an orange crown tail, like shown in this video. Well, this time I decided instead of using plastic plants, I would do what I originally saw. I would buy some real plants. Bought a few. They were out of other tanks, so that's why the fluval 9-gallon that I have now is covered in snells, hitchhikers that came on the plants. Most of those original plants, they all eventually wilted. I tried some others in there, but they wilted. That big one, though, is a crypt of some sort that has done just fine over the last year. And it was pretty recent. I decided to get the old 10-gallon back up and running. And this time I wanted to make a little community tank for the first time. So once again, I bought some plants, some premium sand, I can't remember the brand, bioactive. And I wanted to try real, aquarium soil. So I got some fluval stratum. And you can go back and forth over whether that's necessary or not, but I just wanted to see how it worked out. And I put a clownfish in there, which is hard to see in this video, but he's hiding under that rock there. And I recently got this, what I'm hoping is a honey gourami. I'm not sure that he is a honey gourami. He might be a dwarf gourami. It just said mixed gourami on the sign. He might get bigger, I don't know. If I need to get a bigger tank, I will. I do plan on getting a 20-gallon here at some point. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I only have 4 fish in total in my whole fish keeping career. But what I want to talk about kind of in this video more is why I keep fish. It's just interesting. There's so much to do. There's so much to the hobby. From the types of tanks you like, to the type of plants you like. Maybe you don't want plants. Maybe you want, fake or just ornaments in there, and those are cool. The different equipment that's used and can be used, the levels to it, small to giant aquariums. It's a big game, and I don't say that to say that these living things are a game to be played with. I just mean that from a management standpoint, it's kind of like a simulation game. It's kind of like a city building game. There's a lot of, it's a similar itch that gets scratched in the brain as a simulation game like a SimCity, when you're putting all these little pieces together and you're running it how you want to run it and trying to win the game. And in my opinion, winning the game is keeping the fish alive and healthy and making it look nice, or making it look however you want it to look. The fluval flex is pretty dirty. It's kind of hard to get in there to clean. I'm trying to start doing more maintenance. I need to do a water change either today or tomorrow on both of them. But so far, I'm still very young in the hobby, and they seem to be doing okay. I plan on getting some, what is it called, cherry barbs to put in this 10-gallon, and that'll complete that tank. Some say that might be a little overstocked, but I think it'll be fine. That's something else too. Some people can overcomplicate it, and at the end of the day, it is water in a box. But that's kind of the fun of it, is there's different ways to do it, and different ways of the same outcome. Ultimately, all that matters is that the water is good, and it's not poisoning the fish. That's the main thing. Don't poison the fish, right? I'm learning now with this 10-gallon that not every fish is a beta fish. Some fish, like this gourami and the clown pleco in there, produce a lot more waste than the beta fish do, even for nano fish. So that's something that I have to get used to. But it's a new level. It's a new level in the game. I don't know, it just makes it interesting to me. People are terrified of having to do water changes. This fluval flex, honestly, I didn't change the water at all for a year. The plants pretty much took care of it. I just topped it off. Although now I'm switching back to doing water changes probably once a month or so on that one. And this 10 gallons is going to have to be about once a week, especially till it's really broken in and those plants grow. Well, we'll see how that works out, but there's different ways to do it. The plants really, really do help, because the first tank I had did not have plants, and you could smell the difference. You know, if I went too long without changing that filter, even just a little too long, I was a little late on it. You can tell when I walk in the room, I'm like, wow, that's that fish tank. I've never really noticed any smells from this one in a year. And there's more life in it with all the snails. The first one didn't even have snails. But overall, there's a lot of rewarding moments to it, you know? Doing the work is sometimes therapeutic and nice. It's something to focus on, and like I said, it's part of the game of picking and choosing how you want to do it that day, or with that tank, or whatever, with that fish. Ultimately though, it's very rewarding just getting to sit back and look at these little ecosystems and environments that you're keeping going, and that are really just fun to watch, with all their little different personalities in there, and the tank itself, the way the plants grow. I'm learning that the plants are almost just as interesting as the fish. That crypt in that 9-gallon was 5 inches, and somehow, without me even really noticing, it just jumped up to about 1 foot. It's huge. So it's very interesting to watch. It's a very fun game to play, and it's only I'm gonna add levels to the game. Right now, my fish are confined to my bedroom. I probably can't fit too many more tanks in here. I probably won't ever have more than 3 main ones in here. I might do some more nano stuff though with 2 gallons, you know, shrimp or something like that. That'll be fun. But yeah, let me know in the comments what got you into fish keeping, what first sparked it, and what you find most rewarding about it. I left one thing out, by the way. I did not keep fish as a kid, maybe 1 or 2 goldfish in a bucket or something, carnival type stuff, but I do remember walking into a fish store when I was real little with my dad. I don't know what we were doing in there, because we didn't really keep fish. I think we might have been keeping them for a time or something. But I just remember the fish store, the colors and it being lit up, and the smells. It didn't smell bad, it smelled good actually. And it's just being amazed by it. Well, fast forward 26 years later, and it's really one of my favorite things to research and do. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.